So Cordasa Corrosion Djinn is galvanic corrosion prediction software. It comes in two forms in the cloud, that is software as a service, and also as a standalone version that can be installed on company private networks. So I'll just demonstrate the two versions. So the software as a service version, it's in the cloud. You can reach it at corrosiondjinn.com. You just enter the access credentials after you purchase your license, choose the environment, and then you choose your materials. Click the save button and it will tell you what the galvanic corrosion is between those materials. I'll demonstrate that now. So the SaaS version of Corrosion Djinn can be found at corrosiondjinn.com. So you just enter your environment and then choose your materials. So aluminum, 7075T6, and we could look at steel here, for instance, stainless steel, 15.5 pH, no coating, no treatment. You press the save, and that accesses the data, tells you which is anodic, which is cathodic, and you can see what the galvanic corrosion current density is and the corrosion rate, 123 microns per year, which is much higher than the 18 microns a year self-corrosion for the aluminum. The standalone version of Corrosion Djinn is ideal for companies that have particularly sensitive data that they need to keep on their own company network. So Djinn is installed on your network, and it comes with some tools, an administrator's portal that enables you to assign clients, or in your case it would be a department or a group. You can then assign users, which is usually identified by their email and their role as a user or administrator. The maximum is set by your Djinn license. You can have 1, 5, 100 users, and then you have the freedom to add your own polarization data. You add your own materials, and you can do a check of that data as well. Another thing as well is that the standalone Djinn is delivered along with all of the Cordasa electrochemical data, so you'll have access to the commercial or the public data. That is often updated, and you can request updates. The Cordasa data is not actually visible. It's usable but not visible to you. So I'll demonstrate now how we use the administrator portal to upload and manage your data. The standalone version of Corrosion Djinn is accessed via a web browser on your own internal computer network. There are several sections to this. There's the administer the clients, administer users, and administer materials, and then this over here, material comparison, is how you can take a look at the materials immediately without coming out of this administration portal. So let's first add clients. So we'll just call it XYZ, some group, make it active. We'll just provide it with one seat. That will be limited according to your license, and just pop the date in there, and that's the client added. We need the client added before we can add other people. Okay, now we just go to users and we add a user. Now we should be able to find the company XYZ. Username Alan at xyz.com, just like an email format. Password and active, make that a user, and we are done. That's the user added. Save, and now we'll administer the materials. So we'll add two curves, and then we'll just test that we put them in correctly. Now this could be quite useful to have the data on the screen, perhaps in a spreadsheet. So I'll shrink that. So I have my portal on the left and I have some data here on the right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add materials to my client XYZ, And it's good to have the materials in XY pairs, potential current density, you can see over here on the right. And there'll be a few more fields to fill, so it's useful to have them in the same spreadsheet. Okay, so the environment, it's useful to write down the environment. It could be anything that you want, but we've got to be sure that the characters are exactly the same. And then for the substrate, this is going to be a coating, so substrate, we'll just say any for a coating, and we do the designation none, and then we put the coating, such as the cadmium. We'll call it XYZ cadmium so we could see it when I show the result later on. And the treatment, I'm just copying and pasting, it just makes it easier. The self-corrosion rate, well, this is a number, let's make sure we're copying number, not a text. And the electrochemical equivalent over here. Oops, no, it's not academic. Okay, now you might not have all this information. We use the same data for 3D calculations. So we deconvolute our curves and enter in these values. But you can put 0 in here, but not for self-corrosion. Now under curve, we've got to add the data. So we say edit. So we'll come back to the spreadsheet here, just the numbers, these two columns. This is a CSV file, actually, and I do copy, control copy, click in here and paste, then import, and there we have all the numbers. You can actually change these individually. Don't forget to save. Now that saves the curve in that field. We have to save the whole record over here. And then we can add another material, so let's get the aluminum, and we'll add another material for this company or this ID, and we'll use the same environment. We'll be sure that this is exactly the same. Aluminum for the substrate, and designation, and slide this over. The coating, no coating on the aluminum, no treatment on the aluminum. Self-corrosion current, electrochemical equivalent, and we don't know these here for the moment. And then we'll go to the curve, edit, and here we have the two column data. So let's just grab that, there we go, control copy and import. All looks okay. Save, and don't forget to save the whole record over here. Save. Okay, so now we've put the data in. So we have a client, a user, and data. So now we can just check those two materials that we added to the database. So remember to choose the right environment, and we had the XYZ aluminum, designation, coating and treatment, and then for substrate we put in any, none, and the coating was our XYZ cadmium. Chrome conversion, save. And there's our data that we just entered with the summary table and the galvanic corrosion between the anodic cadmium and the cathodic aluminum. So there we have it, Cordasa Corrosion Djinn, available on the web or as a standalone version on your own network. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Alan Rose. My email and my phone number are shown there, and you can get more information at our website, quidesa.com. Thank you.